Hello, this is the time I'm going to walk you guys through my Canvas course for APUS History, as I affectionately call it, APUSH. So when you guys get to my homepage on Canvas, it's going to look just like this. Hopefully you got here because you're watching this video. So every course has got the name at the top so you know you're in the right spot, a little bit about that particular teacher. And then we've got some links here. So when I click on the contact information, if you need to email me or get a hold of me in any way, you guys can click on this and it will take you to this icon. When you click on this icon, it will open up a um, a box for you to go ahead and shoot me an email, or you can also give me a call. Although during school, if I'm in class, I typically do not answer the telephone, but you can certainly leave me a message and I can get back to you. I also have got a link directly to my modules or units homepage, which I will go over here in just a second. You will notice along the side here, I've got several different things that we can take a look at. So the home page, when you click home, it's always going to bring you back to this, right? Next up is the course help page. This is kind of like an FAQ page, or gives you information about my particular course. So I've got my syllabus on here in case anybody needs helpful reminders. We talk about particular time periods. That is located on here as a helpful hint to you guys. And then I have got how to head papers, how I grade different things, and then I've got a lot of different websites that you guys can use that are trustworthy, reputable, and you have access to. Again, I can click on the home button and that's going to take me back to that home page. And then I'm going to click on my module homepage. So again, this is kind of like the uh, the units that I do. And for every single unit, you will notice that we've got the newest one up here at the top. I will keep the other ones open as well, so you guys can click on any of them at any time. So time period 1, which is what your guys' summer homework was over and what we're going to kind of brush up on and quickly get through in the next couple of weeks. When I click on that, it's going to take you to a page where it's got all the different dates listed and links things accordingly. So if I can stay on the correct page, we've got, again, the icon so I know what unit I'm in. And you will notice that I've got a whole bunch of different dates listed, right? So we've got Wednesday, which was today. We're talking about what was due, go over general things that are everybody at Hauser needs to know. We'll continue with some review and syllabus and questions tomorrow. And then on Friday, we've got a time period quiz, which I referenced in your guys' summer work as well. Then I've got things listed out for next week. And that's kind of as far as I've gotten. I don't want to get too far ahead of myself because sometimes things take longer than we anticipate or sometimes shorter. Now, every unit is going to have what I call a vocab videos page and a key terms page. So if I click on something, you will notice that, and as we go through things, I will have other links on here. But when I click on the vocab videos page, this is going to take me to a page that is just full of review videos that kind of focus on different things. And then I will always have a link here or an embedded PowerPoint or Google slideshow over the notes that we take in class. So you guys have access to all of those things at any time. You guys can review and look at those as we're doing it in class together, or if you want to go back and do homework, whatever you'd like to do. So I always have those, and those are published the whole entire time of the unit. The other thing I'd like to show you that I will always have active and turned on are key terms. So for every unit, there's going to be key terms. These are going to be what are going to become our note card terms. The first unit is chapters 1 through 3, and we have got only a handful of different terms that we're going to use. I will have all of these terms listed out for the entire unit, and I typically will have due dates next to each section of them so that you know when those note cards are going or terms are going to be due. I just like to give an overview on that so that if you wanted to work ahead once we know what we're doing on note cards, you have access to that and you can work at your own pace so that you don't get too far behind. Again, if I go back to the home page, you're going to notice that I've got some information here about Skyward and about the calendar. So Skyward is where we keep track of grades. Yes, kids can submit some things on Canvas. However, the official grades are going to be on Skyward. That's where you guys are all going to want to look to find out what your grade is. If something is a 0, that means that that teacher does not have it, and it has been graded and it's a 0. Sometimes you need to turn in missing work because maybe you were absent, and then that grade will change. Sometimes it'll stay a 0 if that teacher doesn't take any late work or you just missed the deadline. But you can always look there. And anytime you have a question about a grade or you think that it's incorrect, please bring it to the teacher's attention so that they can help walk you through what that is. Right, we are human and we do make mistakes. So please help us make sure things are accurate and double check things. The other icon here is the calendar icon. And if you click on that off to the side, what's going to happen is it'll show you all the different assignments and the day that they are due, not the day they were assigned, but the day that they are due. And then there will also be a link to that assignment that you can click directly on and you can access it. And you can have all of your classes show up there. So that is how that works. And then at the bottom here, I've got our Jets logo, and that takes us directly to the Hauser website. So again, a nice quick shortcut. You will notice on the side here, over to the right, on the to do, there is a little bullhorn here, and it says retreat info. This is an announcement. That's what that bullhorn means. So I can click on that right there, that link, or I can come over to the left side and I can click on announcements. Either one is going to get me there, but I'll click on the to do over here. And when I click on that, it's going to take me directly to this announcement that got made. I talked about this in class already, but there is an AP retreat and I needed to get some information. And so there is a link for kids to fill out a Google form for that information. If we go back home, along this to-do list, as assignments show up, they will also populate along the side here. And you can, of course, X those things out if you've already read them or completed them. But that's basically an overview of things on how things work. One last thing I'd like to show you is modules. There's one other view that you can have for modules. And when I click on that, it lists things out as kind of just in a big list. So if you're a person who likes to see things as a whole overview, you can do that and you can click on any of these things. But if you are more of a visual person and you want to see dates and how things are laid out, then I would suggest going to my module homepage and choosing the module that you want. And again, that will list it out day by day. So again, that's kind of an overview. Please let me know if you have any questions or you need help navigating Canvas.